concerns are growing as President Donald Trump continues increasing tariffs.
Hoosiers are persevering through recent extreme weather events.
And updates are coming to Indianapolis historic downtown sites.
All this and more on Uindy TV News.
Uindy TV News starts now.
Good evening and welcome back to Uindy TV News. My name is Mia Lemkiel.
And I'm Nate Long. On Monday, President Donald Trump threatened to add a 50% tariff on imports from China. This warning comes after China imposed a retaliatory 34% tariff on American goods. The president took to Truth Social to write, quote, "Any country that retaliates against the U.S. by issuing additional tariffs above and beyond their already existing long-term tariff abuse of our nation will be immediately met with new and substantially higher tariffs over and above those initially set." All this comes from Trump adding a 10% global tax to 90 different nations on April 2nd. He said the new tariffs are necessary to erase trade imbalances between the U.S. and other nations. Still, consumers and economists warn the disputes could trigger recession and increase inflation.
Thousands of Hoosiers could lose access to essential health services after the Trump administration cut millions of dollars in Title X funding from Indiana's Planned Parenthood centers. The organization warns that low-income residents may struggle to access birth control, cancer screenings, and reproductive health care, with over 3,000 patients potentially affected. Title X, a federal program providing affordable reproductive health care, supports nearly 4,000 clinics nationwide. Planned Parenthood officials say losing these funds will hit rural and underserved communities the hardest. CEO Rebecca Gibron criticized the decision, calling it a violation of Hoosiers' freedom to control their health and futures. The cuts come as the U.S. Supreme Court prepares to hear a case that could allow states to block Medicaid patients from using Planned Parenthood for care. Despite public opposition to defunding these services, the Trump administration has not responded to requests for comment.
Senior Defense Department officials are considering a proposal that would withdraw as many as 10,000 U.S. troops from Eastern Europe. The plan would embolden Russian President Vladimir Putin, according to the European and U.S. officials briefed on the matter. The units under consideration are a part of the 20,000 troops that Biden administration deployed in 2022 to help strengthen Ukraine's border defenses after the Russian invasion. The Trump administration wants European allies to take more responsibility for their own defense. This would allow the U.S. to focus its military resources on China and other priorities.
Over in Muncie, Justice Rife, age 28, was arrested on preliminary charges of operating a vehicle while intoxicated, causing a serious crash. According to court documents, the crash happened at 3:37 a.m. on Sunday at the intersection of McGalliard and Nebo Roads. Rife told officers that he had lost control of his vehicle due to wet road conditions while driving himself, his girlfriend, and a friend to Taco Bell. Police noted that Rife's speech was slurred, and he was asked if he had been drinking. Rife allegedly admitted to taking a shot of tequila and vodka within the last 2 hours. A breathalyzer test resulted in his blood alcohol content at 0.127%, while also testing positive for cannabis. 4 people were injured in the crash, Rife included. The passenger suffered a fractured vertebra and a bilateral fracture to her femur. How are we looking, Jace?
Yeah, so that pickup from the storms last week is finally underway. All that rain has moved out of the area as we head into today. Some scattered clouds, scattered storms throughout the entire evening. Clouds will maintain over Indianapolis until at least Saturday. But like I said, some scattered rain, scattered storms possible as a warm front pushes through the overnight hours. I'll tell you why in a few minutes' time, why Saturday might be your best chance to get outside. But first, some more local news.
National, local, campus. Headlines you won't find anywhere else. From the White House to your community, we've got you covered. Stay informed and stay connected. Don't miss out on the stories shaping our world. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Uindy TV News.
A high school staff member in Ohio is accused of attempting to hire a student to kill her husband. 44-year-old Stephanie Demetris allegedly approached a student and offered the juvenile $2,000 to kill her husband. According to court documents, Demetris allegedly gave a down payment of $250 in details, including when her husband would be in their house alone. The student's mother discovered messages between the two and went to the police with the student. Demetris was arrested last Wednesday and is no longer employed at the school. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for April 11th.
The Allen County Health Department confirmed Monday the first case of measles in Indiana this year. The case involves an unvaccinated minor in Allen County who is currently in stable condition and recovering. No additional details about the individual have been released. This marks the first reported case of measles in the county since 2016. The department has not disclosed whether others may have been exposed, but urges anyone experiencing symptoms to contact their healthcare provider immediately. Measles is a highly contagious virus that spreads through airborne droplets. Symptoms can include a high fever, cough, runny nose, red watery eyes, and a blotchy rash. The Allen County Health Department offers measles vaccinations at its medical annex on New Haven Avenue.
Investigation is underway after a train carrying cornstarch derailed near Indy's southeast side Sunday evening. Around 6:30 p.m., IMPD officers and IFD firefighters responded to calls from Southeastern Avenue and South Sherman Drive to discover 6 of the train's cars derailed, 2 carrying cornstarch and the others empty. No injuries were reported, but the area of Earhart Avenue and South Sherman Drive is expected to remain closed until everything is all clear.
A police investigation was conducted at the north side of Indianapolis at a McDonald's. Around 3:15 p.m. on Sunday, the public emergency reporting systems indicated police were called to the scene on a report of a person shot at the establishment. IMPD was not able to locate any shooting victims, only a shell casing and a bullet fragment. They were also not able to identify any suspects or persons of interest in their report on the shooting.
A new study has shown that running a marathon can temporarily reduce myelin levels, an insulating layer of protein and fatty substance layer in the brain, but the effect is reversible. Researchers scanned over 10 runners and found that intense exercise decreased myelin, which helps protect nerve fibers. The reduction affected brain areas tied to movement sensation and emotion, but levels returned to normal within 2 months. The study suggests that the body may use myelin for energy when other fuel sources run low, aligning with past research.
Despite basement flooding from recent storms, Middle David's Candles in Franklin stayed open Saturday to welcome supportive shoppers before more rain hit. Quote, "We're devastated but grateful for the community's support. You know it's bad when there are waves in the basement," the store shared in an Instagram post. The owners thank everyone for reaching out and said they're doing what they can to prevent further damage, urging neighbors to stay safe and support one another. Crazy weather last week. Jace, what can you tell us about the rest of the week?
Yeah, you talk about that flooding. For those affected by flooding, tomorrow is not a day you want to see. As the warm front pushed through, a cold front is immediately following it with that low pressure system, and that'll bring some rain chances ahead of that cold front line. Some scattered storms, scattered rain possible after 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. As we head into Friday, though, that cold front pushes through, and it leaves behind some really gusty winds, gusts up to 30 miles per hour on Friday. Clouds will remain present over central Indiana throughout the entirety of the day. But as that moves out of the way, a high pressure system moves in from the west, and that'll bring some dry, some constant, and some sunny weather on Saturday. High 55, your best chance to get outside and enjoy it for the last few weeks, really. As we head into Sunday, though, another system is moving in from the west. Low pressure once more. That'll bring a cold front pushing through on Sunday night into Monday. It'll bring some more rain chances on Sunday night. Back to you guys after this break.
National, local, campus. Headlines you won't find anywhere else. From the White House to your community, we've got you covered. Stay informed and stay connected. Don't miss out on the stories shaping our world. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Uindy TV News.
Exciting developments are underway at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Park on the near north side of Indy. The city has initiated a $6.8 million expansion project aimed at enhancing the historic landmark. The project includes the addition of a new Gateway Plaza featuring one of Dr. King's famous quotes, improved walkways, enhanced landscaping, and an expansion of the existing landmark for Peace Memorial, which honors both Dr. King and the late Senator Robert F. Kennedy. The upgrades also encompass better lighting and security measures to ensure a welcoming environment for all visitors. Mayor Joe Hogshead expressed pride in the initiative, saying, quote, "The city of Indianapolis is proud to start this project that will elevate the historic site in Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Park to match its national significance and invaluable legacy." The project broke ground on April 4th, marking the 57th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination and Senator Kennedy's emotional speech in Indianapolis that evening. The enhancements are scheduled for completion in 2026, promising to provide residents and visitors with a space that reflects the park's rich history and significance.
And another exciting update is coming to downtown Indy. The City County Council has officially approved a $66 million bond to renovate the historic Old City Hall building, which has sat mostly vacant for years. Considering construction costs are up, the additional funding raises the overall cost to roughly $248 million. The indoor plan is to transform the 1910 structure into a 21C museum hotel. It will include art galleries and a restaurant along with modern office spaces. A new 29-story tower will be also put into the lot next door, which will include hundreds of hotel rooms and apartments.
The Uindy track and field team is in full swing for the outdoor season. With 2 meets under their belt, athletes Felix Rivet and Josue Le Cadre have hit the ground running, getting records for the team. Rivet have broken the school record of the 3,000-meter steeplechase with a time of 8:55 and broke the 5,000-meter with a time of 14:36. Le Cadre also has broken 2 school records with the 800-meter falling with a time of 1:47 and the 1,500-meter with a time of 3:45. The Greyhounds are looking to make a run in the GLVC conference and send multiple athletes to nationals. They'll be back in action this Friday and Saturday at Indiana Wesleyan University.
Every year, Uindy hosts a day of giving to the university. Uindy Day this year is this Thursday. According to Uindy's website, the day is to unite and show the world Greyhound pride while helping to support current and future students. Alumni, students, parents, faculty, and staff are encouraged to celebrate and support the Greyhound community. Last year, 1,222 donors gifted over $244,000 to 79 Uindy programs and teams. Alumni can attend a special Uindy Day happy hour event located at Gugman House Brewing Company on Thursday from 5 to 7:30 p.m. For students and those under 21, Uindy encourages wearing crimson and gray all day and sharing what you love about Uindy using hashtag UindyDay on social media.
Mirror Indy's editor-in-chief, Oshia Boyd, took home the Kevin R. Armstrong Ethical Leadership Award at a special ceremony Monday at Uindy. Here's Jillian Stiers-Barnett with the story.
Oshia Boyd is the current editor-in-chief for Mirror Indy and received the Kevin R. Armstrong Award on Monday. Boyd also has worked for the Indy Star, the Indianapolis Recorder, and been an adjunct professor at Butler University. After the ceremony, I got a chance to speak with Dr. Lacey Davidson and Oshia Boyd on the impact of this award.
My main aim in kind of developing this award with Kevin Armstrong, as well as the folks who endowed this award, was to give really clear examples of people who are leading the way in our state and are proud to live here in Indiana and proud to make contributions to our local community.
Well, the award means that somehow someone noticed that I make ethical decisions. It's a surprise to me. I didn't know. I don't even know how I was nominated for this award, let alone chosen for this award, but it's an honor. And it just means that the work I do is important and to keep doing it.
Thank you, Jillian, for the in-depth look at the awards ceremony. Mia, Uindy Day right around the corner. Liam and Andile making that video for us. What is your thoughts on Uindy Day as a senior who's going to be experiencing it as a student for the last time?
Yeah, Uindy Day is always a really exciting day. I am excited to graduate and move on to the next chapter of my life, but I will always have a fond place in my heart for the University of Indianapolis. What about you?
Well, I'm a freshman technically, so I've never been here for Uni Day. I actually didn't know it existed till about a week and a half ago.
Awesome.
So we'll hit the ground running and expect to see some exciting things over the next couple of days. Thank you for tuning in to Uni TV News.
Be sure to check out all other productions on our YouTube channel and on Xfinity Channel 1096.
As always, have a good night.
And be safe, Indy.